You've been dedicated to the microcredit concept long enough to be able to observe the children of that first generation of women that you helped, going back to 1976 and the $27 that you loaned to 42 women in a small village. How are these children who are now adults doing? Are they creating jobs for other people? Are they starting their own companies? Are they adding societal wealth to the community? And just by the very fact that this new generation of people still need help, does that suggest that you have a long way to go with microcredit? Or what does that say about the success of the movement?
Microcredit is the first step. You build up step by step many other things like insurance program, savings program, and many other programs around it. We have encouraged the borrowers of Grameen Bank to send the children to school because they themselves are illiterate. Their husbands are illiterate, their parents are illiterate. So we thought, let's break that circle here. Send the children to school so that your children will be educated and they will be literate at least. And we succeeded in doing that, having all the children in school. So that was a very happy kind of experience for us that not only we're giving them loans to the borrowers, but at the same time we have helped them to send their children to school. And then we saw lots of these children are doing excellent results in the schools, some of them coming up at the top of the class. So we kind of got thrilled by the performance of some of these kids coming from totally literate, totally poorest family, coming to the class with everybody else. Now he or she is in the top of the class. So we thought this should be celebrated. So we started introducing scholarships for all the top performing students. And Grameen Bank gives over 30,000 scholarships every year. Now it's growing, it's 40,000 and so on every year because the number of children are growing. Then we saw many of these children coming close to higher education. And they have difficulty in getting into higher education because they don't have the money to pursue the higher education. But the quality-wise, they're as good as anybody else. So immediately we introduced education loans so that they don't have to worry about money. So the money is our problem, you concentrate in their education. So we started giving education loans and helping them to higher education. Right now, there are more than 35,000 students in under education loans going to medical schools, engineering schools, universities. So almost in every single public university and public medical schools and engineering schools, there are Grameen children who are studying there. So a whole wave of new children are going into that. So when I meet them, they will always discuss an issue which is worrying them about the jobs. After we finish our job, can you help us find jobs? And how am I going to find jobs for them? So I started thinking about it. And then giving them a new idea that maybe they shouldn't be thinking about jobs. And we tell them, look, you are children from Grameen families. You are Grameen children. Your thinking should be different than other children. Other people, other children, they worry about jobs. You shouldn't be worrying about it. You should be taking a pledge and repeat this pledge every morning you wake up. And your pledge is, I shall never seek job from anybody. I'll create jobs. This is my mission. So you are not job seekers, you are job givers. So think in that terms, because your mother, you are a fortunate child, your mother owns a bank. Not many children have that fortune. You have that fortune. So your mother's bank has enormous amount of money. So money is not your problem. Your problem is what to do with your money. So think of what you can do as you go into education and do that. And then if you feel frustrated, you cannot come up with an idea. Think about your mother, what she did. She didn't wait for anybody. She took the money and went for business herself. She's an illiterate woman. And along the way, she was successful step by step. She went on and sent you to school. Now you are in a higher education with her bank. And what good is your education if you cannot do better than your mother? If she can do it, you can do much better. That's the thing that you have to prove to yourself, that what your mother gave you a chance, and you make use of it. And the use is that you create a job for others. So, and start small and expand it as you grow and bring in more people to help you to grow. So you don't have to wait to finish the school and get a certificate. In education, when you use it for getting a job, you need a certificate. You don't need a certificate when you go into business yourself. So when you're in school, you start the business at the same time. Continue with it. So this is an idea that we have, and some of them are taking this idea and started borrowing from Grameen Bank and getting into business themselves.
To link what you just said to what we were discussing earlier about social business, what kind of social businesses could you start around education? And is Grameen involved in any such activities?
We, along the health side, what we have done, we are in the process of finishing it. This year we're starting a nursing college as a social business because nursing is a good profession. We'll be giving nursing degrees to the young girls from Grameen families. So they're coming from the poor families, going to nursing college, and Grameen Bank will give the education loans so that they don't have to worry about money, where the money is coming from. And the college will cover its cost, and they will get the jobs. And we'll produce the nurses in a way that they'll be internationally acceptable level of education. There are a big shortage internationally about the nurses. There's a big shortage within the country. So each girl will have a choice whether she will work in the country or she'll go outside. So this is a social business. And I said, I don't have to limit myself to one nursing college. I can have a series of nursing colleges. They're paying for itself. Why can't you create as many as you want? Because there are millions of young girls waiting around, sitting around, doing nothing because they have no opportunities. I can create some opportunities for them. They change their life. They change the society because now they go out of the village and they go out and work in the hospitals and so on and go outside the country and learn languages and so on. So this is another example of social business. So we want to do a medical college in the same principle because medical college also can cover its own cost and produce doctors with this different kind of orientation than the normally you have. And normally a student doctor is planning to, when I finish my education, I'll start my career and I'll make a lot of money. And that's focus usually happens. So this orientation would be that when I come out, I want to make sure I can help the health situation in the country and focusing on the poor families. So how do we do that kind of thing? And having a very high quality of education so that you have international links, you don't feel that you're left out because you concentrated on a certain kind of thing. And you get involved with research of the health issues and so on. So that's another social business could come out. So education, even in education, you can use the idea of social business.